Yes. Okay. Fine. Uh, right. And kindly excuse me because there was small, the glitch in the last minute, and now I think it's fine. I will take you for half an hour, and I think after that, there will be talk by from the controller of examinations. So today we will give you, I'll give you some insights into what School of Engineering is all about so that it becomes very clear to each one of you. So I welcome all of you to this a wonderful orientation program. And I'm sure that you will really enjoy at end of this 2 week sessions, whatever that is planned. I think to all of you, the first year coordinators have shared the schedule for only 1 week. Probably in next 2 days, we'll be sharing you about what would be the next schedule for the next 1 week. Okay, so whatever that we have scheduled for every day, 3 hours between 10 to 1 o'clock. I think I request all of you to make sure that you are attending all those sessions and make a note and then see that there is some takeaways from each one of these sessions. Okay, so myself, Dr. K.R. Uday Kumar Reddy, was the Dean, School of Engineering. In fact, I joined, the School of Engineering here, and just from the 1st of August, and earlier to that, there was other dean. So I'll be taking you through, what are the mandatories, what are the rules and regulations, and to give a glimpse of about School of Engineering at Dayanand Sagar University. Yeah. Uh, Now, if you look at the Dayanand Sagar institutions, we have three different colleges. One is Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, which is an autonomous, basically it is an autonomous institute. That's VTU. And the another one that now this is the main campus, which was there from last 4 decades. And then we have another Dayanand Sagar Academy of Technology and Management, which is DSATM affiliated to VTU, so which is a non-autonomous college. So this is in Kanakpura Road. And then the third one is the Young University from last 7 years. That is, it started in 2014. So Dayanand Sagar University, which is a state private university. So you are under Dayanand Sagar University, where you have, in fact, you will have a lot of flexibility in taking things and what is best that is required for each one of you, which will be really that can shape your careers. So the university will have, the entire flexibility in shaping your careers. So that's where, whether compared to non-autonomous, compared to autonomous college, the university will have a lot of flexibility to ensure that you get a lot of the benefits in terms of the academics and even otherwise. So that's where, and these are the campuses. Here you can see this is the first campus, or we call it as a campus one, Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, and then this is the campus two, and then right now where you are in campus three. So, and then later, I think from next year onwards, so there will be, a phase-wise shift will be there. So to the new campus in Haroli on Kanakpura Road. I think this will be a beautiful campus which is spread across more than 130 acres of land, and you get all kinds of facilities here and in fact, this campus has been built like a kind of taken into consideration of world-class university. So you will really ensure. I mean, you will see that how things will shape, and you will really have a wonderful stay in this campus in the next 3 years once we shift there. Now, coming to the faculty strength, we have an excellent faculty in the departments, and every department, whether it is computer science, whether it is again under computer science, you have many other branches, mechanical, then aerospace, the other whatever the branches that you have here. We have a faculty where we have the senior most faculty, and then where we call that as professors of practice, where they have already having a lot of experience in theoretical as well as in the practical knowledge, and they give you a lot more experience in terms of research and more of hands-on sessions. Okay, so which really plays a vital role in shaping your careers. So that's where you find on most of the faculty, today, that once a faculty that obtains a PhD degree, he or she will have a wonderful knowledge on the domain. And they're all from the premier institutes from India and also from the abroad. Okay. In fact, many of senior professors who have done a wonderful, the work in their domains has been recruited into Danan Sagar University at the School of Engineering. So I think you have to make use of them to see that you get good exposure both in India and also the abroad. Okay, and then you have a faculty with good mix of academic, then industry and research experience. As I mentioned, you get all kinds of experiences. Okay, so in fact, this will be a very good in terms of a holistic development. If you remember, during the inauguration, our Honorable Vice Chancellor was mentioning the syllabus will consist of 3 categories. One is the a holistic development. There will be a kind of flexibility, and then there also will be a kind of more towards the industry related the specializations, basically. So you can experience all this when you have a faculty with all these experiences. Okay, and like even the faculty today, that with a lot of the technical things that are happening every 6 months, there's a new technology that is coming up. Even the faculty has to update themselves. So that is where the university here, we are trying to ensure that even the faculty is updated, and therefore that will be imparted to each one of you with a wonderful knowledge. And to emphasize here, we are trying to bring a lot of industries into the campus itself, and therefore you'll have an up-to-date knowledge in terms of the technical knowledge, whatever branch that you have taken. So that is where in fact what we call it as, we are trying to build a center of excellence in each of the laboratory of various departments. So when I say center of excellence, that laboratories will take care of your the basic requirements or basic knowledge, then the in terms of how to develop the training, the training given on this the skills that are required, technical skills that are required for the industry, and more importantly even working towards the real-time projects, okay, which is happening in the industry. Then coming to the curriculum design, or rather I would say the best practices, what is there as of now, and going forward, obviously there will be more of best practices in the School of Engineering. For example, one of the best practices is the curriculum. In fact, I would say you are more fortunate to have here, because the curriculum what will be taking will be altogether different for you, for your batch, which will be based on the new education policy, and the kind of courses that you encounter, the kind of the special courses that you encounter, the kind of specializations going forward in the higher semesters. Absolutely, I can only convey that you will enjoy the learning, and you can see that the curriculum is completely a wonderful curriculum which you cannot even imagine in the the other universities In fact, we have taken all the curriculum design from the premier institutes and from well-known experts, the inputs. So therefore, you will have wonderful curriculum, for your batch. And most of the courses will have the project-based learning. When I say project-based learning, you will have more of hands-on experience. And it is not that just, so far what I think most of the institutes were doing, only in the final year, there will be a project. And, maybe in the 7th semester and 8th semester, you will be exposed to the project. And finally, you are, ending in one semester. So here we are trying to take, at least from the 3rd semester, every semester there will be one course of project-based learning. So therefore, it will not be new for you to see that there is a project, this thing, which you will, and all these project-based learning courses will be handled by the faculty, concerned faculty. They will train you to ensure that you get more of hands-on experiences on the project-based learning. Okay. Then coming to active learning. Active learning is another very important component, which every top university across the world, whether it is MIT, whether it is Harvard, whether it is, name any top universities in India and also the abroad, we practice, one of the best practices is the active learning. That means when I take a course, it is not just, the faculty is just delivering the lecture. Can a student participate in the learning with a lot of, maybe in a group learning, where maybe, a kind of what we say flipped learning. That means we provide some videos to you. You have to go through it, analyze it, and then come out. If there's any doubts, probably you will also be a part of, we will provide a kind of space to discuss within the class, or probably there's some questions will be there you have to answer. So, these are the kind of things. Finally, end of the day, the class of certain courses which are very important, you will have what is called the active learning rather than a passive learning. Okay, when I say passive learning, where a teacher gives only the lecture, whereas otherwise we call it as an active learning. So therefore, you will experience this, which will be a wonderful experience for each one of you. Because what I know that so far, what you have done in the till 12th, particularly 11th and 12th, you might have seen a lot of, only the teachers give a lot of inputs, but very less inputs from each one of you, from the student point of view, and the other this thing, the practices. So that will be another very unique one. Then hands-on lab component in the very important courses. That is, there will be a practical courses, and also, as I mentioned, these project-based learning, they come under some of the core courses, at least 1 or 2 in some of the semesters or from the 2nd year onwards. And in every laboratory, there will be some percentage of open-ended experiments. Suppose if you have 10 experiments in a lab, there will be at least, let's say 7 experiments or 6 or 7 experiments will have an experiment which has been explained, which will be explained by the faculty, where you will understand that and then you execute it. So that we call it as a straightforward way of doing the experiments. When I say open-ended experiment, it is an experiment where the problem is given and you have to come out with the solution and then get the result from the problem statement after and so in that way, what happens is you will have a lot of critical thinking. That means we are providing space for each one of you to think and then come out with the solution. So that's where this open-ended experiments will come. Then there is something called in summer internship. Both it could be an on-campus or it could be off-campus. Particularly this every summer, during your after the first year, that is after your 2nd semester, before entering into the 3rd semester, there will be an internship which should be carried out in the industries, or it could be even within the university under some senior, professors, or it could, that is one part. And then after 2nd year, again, there will be, let's say around 4 weeks duration of internship. Then after 3rd year, again, there will be a 6 months, 6 weeks internship. So like that, the internship at every year end. So we call it as a summer internship. So that internships will be there every year. That where you will really get a lot of hands-on and all these practices or best practices, because once you go out of the institution, you will have a clear edge to work in the industry, or maybe even for the higher studies. It will really help you. That's where this summer internship will is another important cap on your the academic curriculum. Then the enterprise resource planning, that is ERP, where there will be a software kind of module which is managed for the entire university, right from the students' point of view, then the faculty, then management of the entire university. So there will be an ERP, this thing where all your attendance and other issues, everything will be taken care. So these are some of the best practices that a few. In fact, there are other best practices. I've just listed here only very few, so which you will really enjoy there. And just to get a quick, what are the key highlights? The programs that has been catered, definitely there will be a transformative applications which you will see later. And whether it is a computer science, whether it's mechanical, whether it is the aerospace, or the electronics and communication, whatever the branch that you have taken, definitely there will be a drawing. It will be a transformative kind of education that will happen, and you will really enjoy that. And the curriculum, as I mentioned, it will be based on the top premier institutes and all, including the world-class universities, where it will meet the industry requirements. That's the most important part. And it also caters to both industry as well as advanced studies. Okay. And you have an excellent, I would say, you have an excellent career or placement opportunities in the most reputed companies. But for all this, the basic thing is you need to be eligible for that. That means one should have minimum out of 10 CGPA, 6.75 is the base. And above that, anything that you acquire, you will be eligible for the placement opportunities on campus. And definitely, I would say it's an excellent placements you have in the Dayan Sagar University. So you have to grab that. So for that, all the training will be provided, but you must be a part of that. Then comes as I mentioned, the hands-on practice, more emphasis will be there, and then project-based learning, and emphasis will be there on the student skill training in order to see that you are employable, whether it is the higher studies, whether it is in industry, whatever. So all this skill training will happen. So if you look at the branches at what we have in university, we have computer science engineering is the main branch. Under that, you have again 3 different branches. One is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Then you have cybersecurity, and then it is a data science basically, but finally we can also call it a data analytics. But it is exactly data science. Okay, so these are all. I think you have 4 different branches. 3 sub branches, and then computer science as main branch. But finally, whether you take AIML, whether you take cybersecurity or data science, finally, the core courses which you have to undergo up to 5th semester, most of the courses will be computer science, because without which it is not possible to learn AI, or without which it is not possible to learn machine learning or cybersecurity or data science, because they're all interrelated. Finally, for these new courses, there will be a specialized course, particularly which may start one course in the second year, and more courses from 5th semester onwards on these specialized branches. But then the basic fundamental courses, you need to study the computer science. Okay. Then coming to the electronics is another branch that we have, that is electronics and communication. Then mechanical engineering, aerospace engineering, and there is another one, computer science and technology, which is finally a computer science itself. But then here we also take into account in terms of the more towards an entrepreneurship development. So that's where this computer science and technology comes. In fact, whatever I would say, the computer science engineering is almost same as this, computer science technology. But in addition, you will also study the entrepreneurship, which is also very important in today's scenario. So some additional this thing is where you can have 18 credits, and these specializations are required. Suppose if you want to have B.TECH in honors, so you know that there are 160 credits. See here, I mentioned here it is you take any degree, the basic requirement to any student is eligible for a B.TECH program. So one should acquire 160 credits, and in addition to 160, that means 18, that means 178 credits should have been acquired before, that is during the 4-year degree itself, to ensure that the student gets or meets the B.TECH honors degree. So here again, the importance here is you will be specialized in one of these areas, whichever that you would like to whether it is cognitive science or networks and IoT, big data analytics and cloud computing. And there are some courses I've listed. I'll not read all these, but what is important is whatever courses, specialization that you need in addition to the broad domain what you have taken right now, then the university will also provide what is called the B.TECH in honors, because that means you are more specialized than not just without the honors degree. And more importantly, these courses, in order to take this, there will be certain conditions. Only if you meet those conditions, that you are eligible to take this. For example, at any point of time, one example I'm telling you, at any point of time, one should acquire minimum, probably it could be 8.5 CGPA, whether it is in the first semester, second semester, third semester. Okay, wherever that we offer from till there, that semester one should have 8.5 CGPA minimum, and they should not have any backlog. Okay, so these are some of the requirements, and we will share later once you are accustomed to, probably by end of the first year, you'll come to know all these details. Then comes, the specializations under other branches. So what I shown in the previous slide, this is with respect to computer science engineering, including all the new branches, AI, ML, cybersecurity, and data science. Okay. And now this is with respect to the electronics communication, where you have embedded systems, then VLSI design, and then communication. And a mechanical, robotics and automation, advanced manufacturing, green energy systems, emerging automotive technologies. So these are the main core, the broad domains that under these you will have different courses. Finally, an 18 credits should be acquired for B.TECH honors. Similarly, for aerospace, you have aircraft structures, advanced aerodynamics, and avionics. Okay, so this is the perspective of B.TECH honors. And in addition to these, during your curriculum, there is something called, today you know that the online courses are available. Now, in place of certain elective course, you can also take any online course which is approved by the department. Please remember this, which is approved by the department. Okay, you cannot take a course which is already repeating in your curriculum. So the platforms that you can have is NPTEL, that is, which is in our based from IITs and IISc resource persons who have excellent NPTEL, and also the SWAYAM. These two platforms you can find, where you can get lectures, and then the modalities of the evaluation, all that we will discuss later. But what you need to understand at this point of time is there are various platforms here: NPTEL, Coursera, Udemy, EDX. It could be MIT, Open Courseware, or from SWAYAM, where all these platforms are, it is proved that they are excellent platforms. So you can, instead of taking the department elective course, you can also have the MOOC courses of in all these platforms, or it could be an additional which you can explore, which always, you know, that anything, whatever that you do best apart from the curriculum is always appreciable by anybody, whether it's from the industry or from higher studies or in general, to get a knowledge from, you know, for each one of you. Now, some of the mandatory things with respect to your attendance, I want to caution each one of you because this is one very important requirement. Whether the classes are conducted in the offline, whether it is conducted in the online, ensure that you are maintaining minimum 85% of attendance. That is mandatory. Okay. Suppose if you are under medical grounds, okay, if you are under medical grounds, for example, okay, under medical grounds, or it could be anything, something which is supported from the departments and university, then still you need to ensure 75% you have to maintain. The 10% will be condoned by the vice chancellor of the university. Therefore, one must ensure that 85% is a mandatory in every course. If you're not, that means you are detained in that course. That means you will not be eligible to take up the examination, what we call it as semester end examination, the final examination of every semester. Okay, so you will not be allowed to that. So therefore, you must be careful and ensure. When I say this mandatory, it's not that just simply you need to sit in the class, but what is important is you are here for the purpose of study. Therefore, you must ensure that the that end of the day that I have done something, or probably I have acquired something, and that is what exactly you need to see. And definitely, we will also be taking some feedbacks from, at least two feedbacks from every student to ensure that things are going on smoothly on the faculty side. Okay, so to get a feel of how the courses are happening. Now, the faculty mentors, there will be faculty mentors for all the students. Okay, so what we will do is we will assign for each faculty 25 students, and we call faculty as a mentor, where it's like a pseudo parent. I call it as a pseudo parent because since you are outside, but even if you are staying in in the home, if you are a day scholar, it doesn't matter. But finally, we call these faculty mentors as a pseudo parent. That means whatever the guidance that is required with respect to the academics, with respect to your whether you're performing better or not, even if you're performing better, how to take up to the next level, and the curriculum requirements and whatever doubts that you have, all that will be clarified by your faculty mentor. Okay, and please ensure that keep track, at least there should be an interaction minimum once in 2 weeks with your faculty mentor to ensure things are happening smoothly. So that is one very important something which you need to note. Now, one of the important which I would like to highlight here is we are committed with respect to what is called the values when it comes to the students, when it comes to the faculty or any staff, but definitely we'll be focusing on towards what is called this. How do we focus on to make a kind of an impact in terms of success? And that's where this, we invest on the sustainability. Therefore, you will have a wonderful career in the next 4 years. Okay, so that's what exactly that we are looking, and in fact, you will really enjoy that in the next 4 years. So what I mean to say here is, when it comes to teaching learning, one of the important thing is my aim, or probably the School of Engineering at DSU. The aim of this thing is there must be a graduates of the future. That means once you are finished 8th semester, the moment you step out the the portals of the institution, you must stand out a kind of a graduate of the future. When I mean that, there are a lot of meaning in that. That means you must be ready to employ in any of the industry, ready to take up the advanced studies. It could be masters or whatever. So one should have something. You must have a ground, the knowledge in a broad domain of whatever that you have taken the branch right now. Okay, so for that, what we do is we will ensure that there will be a clear transformation in terms of how we teach, in terms of curriculum, in terms of your experience in the university. Okay, so this we will ensure how we can make a real difference to each one of you. Then coming to the when I mean this graduates of the future, if you see here, the DSU students must have a reputation with the employers. Okay, so therefore that means you must be ready to work, ready to do things when you go outside, and it should be easy to work with any organization. So that's where I call this, we produce something called as standout graduates. So in addition to providing excellent education, we call that as, the curriculum is a unique one. Then you will have an employment related skills. Then you will have the capstone experience in terms of projects, in terms of competitions, national and international places. Then you will have wonderful development towards your innovation and entrepreneurship skills, because that is in-housed in the campus. And then you'll have the emerging technologies that you will be exposed other than your core branches. And some research opportunities that is available for each one of you is, I'll just highlight, you will, there will be a walkthrough in all these labs. There will be an innovation labs. So you can be a part of these innovation labs, which the entrepreneurship related kind of thing. That means tomorrow, if you want to start a new company, so these labs will really help you how the real projects are happening and where you can contribute. You can be a part of it, and definitely the faculty will also be a part of that. So take all this into consideration. So what are the offerings in the innovation labs which I shown just now? There will be certification courses, there will be project-based learning, there will be internships, there will be some kind of product design, the research and development, startups, and many others. Okay, so you can see some of the deep details here, in our website, and that is how you will find the offerings for the innovation labs. Okay, and this is where the entrepreneurship, I'll not highlight here much here right now, but you will experience. But definitely there will be a talk on the Derby, which is the business innovation incubator, which you will really enjoy, where for particularly towards your entrepreneurship related skills, this will really help you. And also there is something called Atal incubation centers, where again, a lot of entrepreneurships, the young technologists you can see, which is already there in the campus. You can interact with them, and a lot of things will change. And in fact, if you see that some funding has been done in the last 5 years, wonderful funding from the government of India. So you can make use of this. Okay, I'll skip this thing. But what the important thing is, you must see, when we provide a lot of inputs to you, a lot of platforms to you, what is needed is you have to bring out the latest updates, what is happening in and around around you, so that we can explore. And it is a kind of, I would say, I always believe in working together, both faculty and the staff. It is that way only we can take the things to the next level, not isolating students separate and then staff separate. So I think this already I mentioned. This is some of the statistics. We can see the kind of companies that visits to the campus. It is more than, I would say, in fact, today we are having 250 companies visiting the campus, where you'll have 90 to 95% of on-campus placements. Okay, and a lot of companies that you can see later. But my last one slide, which I would like to share with each one of you, a wonderful story. This is just one example, but there are many such examples. Okay, a normal student like you, and very enthusiastic and inquisitive, who have maintained 9%, 9 CGPA throughout all the semesters, and he or she carried out projects outside the curriculum starting from the third semester. So this is where I said the project-based learning will happen from the third semester onwards. Okay, so which will really help you. And when you must take at your interest. It should not be by pressure, but you must do by pleasure. Then attending workshops conducted by the MIT and others every summer. That's what some student has done in the sequence. And the MIT, once it has been done, after that, during summer vacation, some attended workshops. Then the MIT has invited him, that student from the MIT Media Labs, as a mentor for workshop in IIT Bombay. Okay, and then invited by MIT Labs to MIT again at the Boston for 8 months during final year. And then finally he or she gets an internship opportunity for the 3 months at the Switzerland, and then gets an MS at John Hopkins University, okay, in one of the important research area. And now about to complete his PhD from John Hopkins University on this area of interest. So what I'm trying to say, you can shape the career, how the kind of involvement right from the first semester matters a lot, and you have to chalk out your clear plan. What should be my the path at the end of the 4 years? So that is very, very important. This is one such model which I've shown you. Like this, there could be other models. So you please plan out what should be end of first year, end of second year, what is that I need to achieve. Similarly, what should I achieve after third year and then final year, and end of the day, I should go with the flying colors. Okay. So finally, I would say the whole thing, what I would look at School of Engineering is, any student who joins this university, I'll ensure that he or she professional discipline will be ensured in terms of ethics, in terms of leadership, in terms of professionalism. Then in terms of technical knowledge, the competence and technical skills, then the specialization in the technical skills, and which I mentioned already, the graduates of the future, where we produce a standout graduates, including the entrepreneurs, or it could be an employable at industry or selected for higher studies in premier universities. So that's the whole talk of today's from this thing. And this is the campus which you will really enjoy in the next 1 year. I think after that we'll see, and we'll be moving towards the new campus. And so thank you very much for your patient hearing, and wish you all the best. And definitely the following sessions and also followed by classes, I'm telling you, you will really enjoy. Maybe there'll be ups and downs, but definitely we will look into that. There will be a clear where a student will have a fun in learning in the next 4 years at School of Engineering in Dayanand Sagar University. So with that, this thing, I can assure each one of you, but I want you to utilize all the facilities at this point of time, based on my inputs, and I'll be interacting with each one of you very frequently. But please ensure that you are attending all the classes. Be sincere. Plan yourself what should be for the next 4 years, and be polite. Be a professional student. This I'm mentioning very clearly, because I don't want to see a student kind of what you were there earlier, but I want to see, because you are joined as a professional course. Therefore, you must be a professional student. When I say the meaning of professional student, you must set an example for other students. So that is the meaning. Suppose when you want to attend a class, you must ensure that at least 2 minutes or 3 minutes or at least 5 minutes early that you are there in the class. Or when it comes to any workshop, you must set an example. When it comes to your learning, you must set an example. That is what is the meaning of this professionalism, as a student at when you're studying the B.TECH program. Okay, so thank you very much, and best wishes to each one of you. And that's all from my side. And so I'll be sharing. I'll be stopping here at this point of time. And I know that there is no. I don't have this thing. Time to take up the questions at this point. but definitely I'll be interacting with each one of you. Okay, thank you very much, and over to controller of examination. And madam, I think probably can we have a 2 or 3 minutes break where they can take some time?
Yes, sir. Sure. They
Yeah,
can have 5 minutes break.
yes, yeah. So thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Hello, Imtiaz. Can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello, can we start? Am I audible, Imtiaz?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So, good morning, everybody. A warm welcome to all students who are admitted to Bachelor of Technology at Dayanand Sagar University. To give a small heads up, we have almost all the programs under Dayanand Sagar University, where I am the controller of examinations. I'm Dr. Anita Ramlingam. So starting from B.TECH, we have BBA, BCom, MTech, MBA, BSc, MSc, then health sciences like nursing, physiotherapy, pharmacy, MBBS, and law. Name it, you have every program under our university. We have totally around 8,500 students studying here. So you'll have, once you shift to the new campus, you can interact with almost all the students there, and you'll have a good enjoying learning journey at Dayanand Sagar University. Now coming to the examinations. So examination is a process where there is, see, examination, you might be having a fear or tension. The term examination only brings a kind of tension in all the students, but at DSU it's a different experience where it is not, you're not assessed one time, you're assessed throughout your semester. So it is a process of testing the acquisition of skills of knowledge by the student during the course of study. It is a balanced assessment of both cognitive and non-cognitive skills of the student. So our examination department stands over the 4 pillars: confidentiality, integrity, accuracy, and commitments. So this is a brief about our assessments. This is not one-time examination or any semester end examination at Dayanand Sagar University. That is all conventional and stereotype assessments. Now it is slowly taken a transition to conceptual assessment where the student is assessed throughout the semester. And the assessments are categorized as formative and summative. So I'll, in detail, I'm going to talk about formative and summative in the later slides. Here, this assessments are usually to assess the potential and ability of the student. It assesses the breadth and depth of the knowledge and skills acquired by the student during the course of the learning. And this newly evolved continuous assessment strategies enables the teaching faculty to improve their judgmental skills in evaluation process and help rectify their teaching deficiencies also. Now to tell you all, program is a degree which you are administered into, like all of you have administered into a B.TECH program. It is after learning certain skills, you come across many courses, each attributed towards a unique value. And finally, you are awarded with an academic degree or program. It is called as program. And in the program, you have various courses which is being taught to you. So this course will have a syllabus offered by the university. It is also, sometimes it is called as subject. So you'll have several courses to be completed or prescribed in certain programs. And each course will have a course title or course name or course code. It is usually recognized with the course code. And mainly, broadly, courses are of two types. One is audit course, one is credit course. Audit courses are the part of the programs which you are required to acquire the skill, but their marks or credits are not considered into the program, but you have to just pass the audit course. If you fail any audit course, then you will not be awarded the degree, just a pass or fail, but it will not be considered for the credits. These are the audit courses. They are the compulsory courses. So next, coming to the next type of courses are credit courses, where if you gain or acquire certain course, at the end of that course, you will acquire certain credits for your program. So these credits are further divided into, these credits are, they have a prescribed syllabus, and these credits are placed gradiently in all your four years of the program or 8 semesters of your program, and that entire gradient is called as the curriculum. And these credit courses are further classified into 4 different classifications, like foundation courses. The foundation courses are the foundation for your program, like your basic physics or mathematics or any basic electronics or basic electricals. These are the foundation courses which will be common for all the B.TECH programs. Then coming to core courses, you will learn in the 2nd and 3rd year of your B.TECH program. It is the core of your program chosen, like core of computational science or core of electronics or core of mechanical engineering, you will be studying. Coming to the later part of your programs, you will have certain elective courses where the university offers you certain list of electives, out of which you can choose the specialization which you are interested in. So certain elective courses will be offered to you, out of which you can choose by, for example, computational engineering or robotics or something like that. Sometimes you'll have institutional electives where one of the department offers institutional electives to the other departments, like the mechanical students, electronic students can choose robotics, computing engineering, from basics of computing engineering from computer science engineering department, or computer science students and electronics students can learn robotics from the mechanical engineering. These are called as institutional electives. Open electives, core electives, like that, you have different types of electives. Further, in the final year, you will have project or special topics. Once you do the specialization in the elective courses, when you specialize in certain courses, that same courses you can take as a project, as a mini project or an industrial internship project or something in your final year, which will become your core interest. So this is how your program, you study your different courses through your program. So as I said, all these credit courses earn credits to your bag of credits, bank of credits, I can say. And nowadays it's so flexible that you can have a bank of credits and you can transfer these credits to some other university. Supposing if you have to spend your 3rd or final year in some other university, you can take the credits you have earned in our university for first 2 years and transfer to the other university also. There is such provision in NEP now. So credits are assigned to the courses based on certain pattern. 1 credit for each lecture period, 1 credit for each tutorial period, 1 credit per 2 hours of laboratory or workshop session. Credits are also assigned for seminars, mini projects, and sometimes credits are also assigned for the MOOC courses, which you go through online study like Swayam, Coursera, things like that, which you will be made aware by your teachers during your program study. So this is how you earn credits of around 160 credits through your B.TECH program. Now coming back to assessments, there are 2 types of assessments which we follow at DSU. That is, the first one is formative assessment. The second one is summative assessment. Formative assessment is continuous internal assessment, where throughout the semester, you are assessed by your teacher. 60% of the marks is allotted for the formative assessment, and summative assessment is the assessment which is done towards the end semester, that is called as end semester examinations. So where 40% of the marks is allotted to summative assessment. Now let me talk about continuous assessment. As I've told you that you will not have a tension one-time examination at the semester end. Instead, you'll have you're continuously assessed throughout the semester. That is why we say attendance is very important in the DSU. So this formative assessment, the features of formative assessment is to judge a candidate's credibility and knowledge concerning particular course or subject or a discipline. It's carried throughout a course or the project. The course instructor, so-called your subject teacher, prepares these assessments. That means we have given total autonomy to the teacher to conduct this continuous assessment. It is a continuous procedural and does not replace the exams anyway. You do have the end semester exams also, which amounts to 40% of your marks. And the advantage of internal continuous assessment is you have a chance to improve your grade. Supposing if you don't perform well in a test or a computer-based test or whatever, you will be given a chance to improve. So, and there will be a discussion between the student and the teacher regarding the performance of your continuous assessment. And later you will be given a scope to improve the same. The process is totally unbiased, transparent. The result will be made known to the student to help him or her to improve their performance. These parameters is very difficult to assess in the semester naturally. Like, there are different parameters which can be assessed through continuous internal assessment, which cannot be assessed through semester end examinations. So these are the few of our parameters or components where our teachers choose one of these, few of these, or maybe some other components. Also very unique components are used to test our students. First of all is the attendance. Yes, you might ask why attendance is important. Yes, attendance is very important because day to day it is not the attendance, physical presence of yourself in the class, but the regularity, the punctuality, and the discipline that you show in the class, and also the interaction and the presence of your mind is counted as your attendance. Certain marks are definitely allotted for your regularity and discipline and your interaction during the class. And of course, internal tests, it is almost like a midterm or mid-semester tests, which will happen every month of a semester. There is test like if you have 5 units or 5 modules of the syllabus, after completion of each module, you'll have a test, and the average of all the tests will be taken into consideration as a part of your continuous internal assessment. Now coming to CBT is computer-based test. Computer-based test is very unique of Dayanand Sagar University, where we prepare our undergrad students to, face GRE or, GMAT or CAT exams, which are all computer-based MCQ questions. So, that should not be first time for them. So right from first year, they can take up this computer-based test. Our computer-based test is very unique. You are tested on a platform called Ekalavya platform, where you'll be tested for about 30 marks, 10 of 2 marks questions and 10 of 1 mark question. In the platform, we would have uploaded loads of questions, maybe 100 or 200 questions of particular course, and there'll be a timetable displayed for a particular test, and all of you can take up the test, and each one will you get different questions, different MCQs. So there will be absolutely no scope for copying. Even if you sit together, even if you are at home, you can take up the test. Absolutely no scope of copying. And even sometimes the answers are jumbled, and it is like one-time question method. Like once first question comes on to your display, once you answer and submit, you can see the second question. So you cannot go back to the first question again. So this is how it is very tested and very well managed platform, and you will get very challenging questions here, and it is one of the very light way of assessment by all the students. And the next one is seminar presentations, where here more than the subject knowledge, the students is allowed to talk, the communication skills, the confidence is increased amongst the students, so that it will make them ready to face their placements or job interviews. And this is the next one is assignments. A topic is given where the students are asked to write assignments, and later you will be questioned about the same. So students are allowed to do this industry visits, workshops, webinars, attend webinars, and they are allowed to write the reflection notes, and the reflection notes is assessed. Students are allowed to do the poster presentations, they are allowed to do the research-based papers, minor projects, special topics, which are also finally assessed. Sometimes teachers can also give some problem-solving exercises, open-ended questions. They can give you some 4 or 5 questions. They can ask you to solve it, give you some 1 week's time, and then it can be assessed. And also your proficiency in the practical labs are also tested, which are a certain amount of marks are given for that also. So there might be so many other parameters, like, many other parameters where the course coordinator can specify. And I request you all to interact with your course coordinators or course teachers to ask what are the different components that is being used to do the continuous assessment for that particular course in the beginning itself. Probably in 1 month, the first 1 or 2 weeks, you will get to know the components that you are being tested for, because 60% of the marks is allocated for continuous assessment. So be aware. So this is the reason why I said you will have to be present for every class. You don't know when, where, how you'll be tested. So please make sure that you're attending every class of the program. Now coming to the summative assessment. This is the end semester examinations where you have a question paper, answer booklet, common your regular examination type of assessment. For this, you have eligibility criteria to take up this end semester examination. And one more thing what I wanted to tell you is, even if you have 40% of marks, that is, which is a pass mark in your internal assessment itself, and if you remain absent for semester ending examination, you are considered as fail. So semester end examination is as important as your continuous internal assessment also. So to be eligible for this semester end examinations, you should have 85% of attendance in any course. So to take up the semester and the examination of that particular course, and the student must have paid his full academic fees before entering the semester and examinations, and student must have taken part into all the assessment components prescribed by the course coordinator. So as I told you, the course coordinator gives the list of internal assessment components which is prescribed to that course, and the student must have taken part in all these components. Coming to the semester end examinations, you should have also scored the minimum required marks in the continuous internal assessment. So this is the flow chart how our end semester examination works. First, we have a board of examiners where we get question papers set by externals. Externals in the sense outside the university. The question paper is set by the externals. Then we have the scrutiny of the question papers done. And there are some 10 sets of question papers for a particular course, sought from different externals across the Karnataka or sometimes outside Karnataka also. And then out of these 10 question papers, one of the question paper will be selected or randomly picked on the day of the examination by the controller of examinations and will be printed and will be dispatched to the center of the examinations. And once you finish the examination, the answer books are scanned digitally, and later your identity is masked, and again it is evaluated. Once all the scripts are evaluated, the internal assessment marks and the final marks and the practical marks are merged, and the computation of results and announcement of results takes place. The results comes to your login ID of ERP directly, and later if a student is not satisfied with his marks, he can challenge us, he can apply for reevaluation. Again, reevaluation is done by some other faculty, where finally it is computed and reevaluation results are announced. So during the examinations, the candidate has to get his admission card or hall ticket daily without fail. He should not have any books, notes, log tables, scribbling pads, phones, calculators. If it is allowed for any course, then it is allowed, or any reference material which is all leads to malpractice. You should not have any notes, books, anything, mobile, cellular phones, digital watches, any unauthorized materials to the examination hall, whether it is internal assessment test or the end semester examination. If he has any unauthorized material, there'll be a lot of squads coming into the examinations. If a student is caught with any unauthorized material, Dayanand Sagar University has a strict malpractice inquiry committee where the student is made to come through the malpractice inquiry committee, and he has a heavy penalty to pay for. And I strictly warn all the students not to indulge into any of these malpractice activities during the examination. And I really warn all the students, because sometimes you may not know the malpractice inquiry committee is so strict that some of the students are being debarred and taken out of the university. Also, after stamping on their marks card that the student has been indulged into malpractice. Marks cards, in the sense, the 10th and 12th marks cards are being stamped saying that student is indulged into malpractice, so that we refrain such student into getting into admission into any other university. Please, I warn all the students not to indulge into any kind of malpractice activities, which is strictly viewed with Dayanand Sagar University. If you say the evaluation criteria for B.TECH programs, the question papers, after 40% of the answer scripts are evaluated by the first, all the answer scripts are evaluated by the internal subject teacher, and the 40% of the answer booklets are randomly picked and evaluated by the externals. And if the difference between the two evaluator is more than 15%, the higher of the two is taken, and if the difference is more than 15%, such scripts are referred to the third evaluation. Then the average of the two is taken for the computation of the results. And you might also have a question that 60% of the marks is given for internal assessment. How do you ensure that it is unbiased and transparent? We also have a committee called CIA committee, that is continuous internal assessment committee, which comprises of the external experts of the subject. So after the semester closes, the external experts will come to the university. They randomly select some USNs, and they go through the internal assessments and how the evaluation has been taken throughout all the components, and they give their feedback. If the feedback is okay, then only your continuous internal assessment marks are taken into consideration. That is one factor. The second factor is the continuous internal assessment marks are put up on the notice board, or they've been announced in the ERP login or whatever. The each and every student will come to know their marks. And if they're not happy, they can always get back to the teacher and clarify as to why they've got such marks. So that's how, even after the end semester examination, we do give the photocopy of the answer booklet and also the photocopy of valuation slips, where again the student, if he is not satisfied with the marks, he can apply for re-evaluation. So this is what about the examinations. So coming to the next slide is your grades. So these are the grades. So if you have scored, this is all for the credit subjects. If you have scored outstanding 90 to 100%, you are outstanding and you get O grade. If you are scoring 80 to 89 marks, it is A plus, excellent grade. 70 to 79, A grade, and 60 to 69, B plus, 55 to 59, B, average 50 to 54, 40 to 49 marks is P grade, and less than 40 is fail, F grade. So this is the grades you get. And based on these grades, we calculate your SGPA, that is semester grade point average. So here the course credit, supposing if a course has 3 credits or 4 credits or 2 credits. So depending on that course, that credits into the grade points. Grade points is the grade points what you have earned. Credits is the credits given to that particular course, like that. So you add up in all the course into credits, credits into grade points of all the subject of that semester divided by total credits of that semester, maybe 25, 26, 28 credits of that semester will give you the SGPA. So you can always calculate your SGPA and compare whether we have given the correct SGPA onto your grade card or not. Coming to your CGPA is cumulative grade point average, where the same thing, course credits into grade points of all the semesters, of all the courses of all the semesters up till then. So CGPA can be given from second semester onwards. So CGPA of second semester will become course into grade point of first semester plus 4 course into grade points of all the courses of second semester divided by total credits of first semester and total credits of second semester. That is the CGPA of up to second semester. Again, third semester up to third semester. It goes on like that. But one hitch here is if you have failed in one of the course in any of the semester, you will not, your grade card will not show the CGPA. Even if you have failed in audit subject also, you will not get CGPA until you complete that course. You will not get CGPA displayed. Supposing if you have a subject failed in second semester, your second semester will not show the CGPA. Your third semester also will not show the CGPA, even if you have passed all the subjects of third semester. So unless you pass all the subjects of all the 3 semesters, third semester CGPA, third semester grade card will have the CGPA. So like that, it goes on. So finally, after your 8th semester, you will be awarded a class as per your CGPA. 5 to 5.75 is pass class, 5.75 to 6.75 is like, it will be 6.749. 4 is second class, 6.75 to 7.749 is first class, 7.75 to 10 is first class with distinction. So this is the class divisions we have allocated. But I always tell you, to be eligible for the placement, it is better to always be above 6.75. All the companies mostly choose the CGPAs above 6.75 up to, like the placements will start off from 6th semester onwards. So they ask the list only who are above 6.75 to be eligible, to be at least to be placed in the placement cell, at least to start off with the interview. You should be at least 6.75 CGPA and above. So I request all of you to keep that as your goal, 6.75 and above to be well placed. So later from the Office of Controller of Examinations, we are always good at announcing the results within 15 days from the last day of examinations. And after that, immediately we issue the grade cards. Then later, once you pass out and if you're placed, your recruiters or the employers or your universities where you go for higher studies, they do ask for the verification, background verification, right from your name to your father's name, to your date of birth, to your SGPA, CGPA, and any other curricular activities that you went through this university. Such verifications comes to my office, and various other acquisitions by the students like transcripts, CGPA conversion certificates, attestations, and the requests from various universities regarding your grades and CGPAs. We all do reply from Controller of Examinations Office. This is all about our examinations. And one more thing, what I wanted to tell all the students here is, when you are updating your profile in the ERP, you should be very, very careful while updating your personal details like name. For simple example, if your name is Arun space Kumar space yes initial. So in the 10th marks card, it should be as it is in your ERP login also, because the same thing will be printed in your marks cards. Because anything like, supposing if Arun and Kumar, if there is no space, then it is difficult for you. It might be the same, but in future, if you have to apply to some job or something online, it will not take up. The name should be as it is, as that of your 10th marks card. Your name, your parents' name, your date of birth, everything should be same as it is, as that of your 10th marks card, your passport, your Aadhaar card, everything should be the same. Please see that all your documents will be the same, and so it is the same in the marks card also. Grade cards issued by the School of Engineering, DSU. So for that, you have to take individual interest while uploading your detail onto the ERP. The same name will be printed into your marks card. And please check your first semester, soon after you get your first semester marks card, whether the name, your father's name is correct as per your 10th marks card. That is only request from my side to you, because later on, if you have to get back after your degree certificate, get back and get it changed, it is really, really difficult task. So I'm telling you to right away, if you have any problem with your Aadhaar card with respect to your 10th marks card or whatever, please try to change all those as per the 10th marks card and keep one name in almost all the legal documents. So I want you to give the correct parents' phone number, your phone number, mobile number, and your parents' name, your date of birth, such things. When you when you try to update on ERP, please be very careful and keep your marks card by your side, 10 marks card by your side, and upload the details as per your marks cards. So with this, I think I've taken you through our examination journey, and I hope you're all clarified with the process of examinations at DSU. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take. Any questions, please? Any questions regarding the examinations? There's a question, we will have formative and summative assessment both in every semester. Yes, you will have both summative and formative assessment every semester, because formative assessment is for 60 marks and summative is for 40 marks. As I told you, formative assessment is internal assessment, semester end is external exam. Regarding tests conducted weekly will depend on the particular course coordinator. It depends on him whether to have it weekly or monthly or whatever. Gautam, you please correct your name when you are uploading on ERP. It will be given once. Once the classes starts off, you will be again given your login. You can change your name then. You will have 2 semesters per year. Semester end exams will be descriptive. Definitely you will get sample problems regarding upcoming tests or exams. Regarding the beginning of classes, you will have to get back to your dean. You don't have a system of year back here. You can carry all the subjects till the final year. If you fail also, you can carry. First semester examinations will be in the month of December. Marks are earned because of attendance, not the credits. The internal components will depend on the teacher. So, and she or he will tell you in the beginning of the classes, or you can ask them. There is no semester break. Internal exams will be conducted every month, yes. ERP will be given shortly once the CET students also get in. Suppose if anyone could not be able to attend the examination by some reason, she will be given a chance of summer term. Yes, credits gained by courses done on MOOC's website, NPTEL will be added. Yes. Books will be prescribed by the course coordinators, course teachers. Internal assessment components will again depend on each teacher. And it is all same for whether it is CST or CT or, CSC or mechanical or anything. It is the same. There'll be no semester break. Textbooks will be given prescribed by the particular teacher. Academic bank of credits, yes, it will be implemented. Study material will be suggested by the teachers in charge. Please give both your parents and your phone numbers also, where there will be a separate box for yours as well as your parents' entry of phone numbers in the ERP. Re-evaluation is, if you're not satisfied with the evaluation of semester and examination, you can apply for re-evaluation. Semester is 4 months long. Midterm papers will be descriptive as well as MCQs. If you have a year back on basis of subject attendance, you'll have to repeat the semester. If you have any corrections in your name, please get back to the ERP and change. Please get back to your ERP coordinator, Dr. Vishwanathan. Audit subject are the subjects which don't have credits, but it is compulsory for you all to pass the audit subject to finish the program. Physical presence of the student will be decided by the dean. The audit courses and credit courses will be given by the class teacher once you start the classes. ERP details will be given shortly once the CET students join us. Okay, that's it. I think I'm up with my time. Please take 10 minutes break. 12 o'clock, you'll have another session starting. Thank you so much.
happened? Can you hear me? Hello? Shut. Good afternoon. On behalf of library staff and myself, extends a warm, hearty welcome to freshers for this library orientation program. I hope that after my orientation program, most of you will understand that how the library is functioning, what all the various sections we are having, what all the facilities are made available in this library. Myself, I am Dr. J.C. David, working as Chief Librarian. Responding. Okay. Have to check the page down Monday.
Sir, slide control ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Sir, arrow mark use ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay, once again, welcome back to our library orientation program. This is our library where it is housed in the A block, third floor, and you need not worry about stepping the coming to the library. We have got a lift facilities made available in this A block. Okay, same problem. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ಎಲ್ಲ okay fine mouse check ಮಾಡಿ okay back go back go back go back go back go back go back. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Our library has got access control, which has got the flap barrier also. The reason for having the flap barrier and access control is that the thing is that those who are coming to the library, it will be recorded that a particular person at what time he has come inside and what time he has gone outside. And please see that all the students, those who are coming to the library, they are supposed to swipe their identity card on the swipe on the flap barrier. And there are two gates are there. One is in and one is out. You please see that you have to enter particularly in the in when you are going inside the library. And one is that is while you are going outside, you have to swipe in the out. So these are the two things you are supposed to follow here. And one more thing you are supposed to note that a single person has to enter inside the library. Please don't try to enter two persons at a one swipe, one identity card. And you please don't get panic once you struck in between the flap barrier. So it will not close once you stand in between. So you need not worry, you don't get panic that while going inside and coming back. Please don't try to hit the glasses, the flap barrier. So there is a sensor is there which will sense and it will allow you to go inside. And one more thing is that the people who are entering and coming out, the every month we are taking a utilization report. That the utilization report will go to the all the heads of the departments, registrar sir, and vice chancellor. and see that the utilization of the particular department, if it is low, that time there is a possibility of the management or vice chancellor may ask the department why the students are not coming to the library. Therefore, I request all my dear students to come to the library and make best use of our library. Yeah, we work from, this is our library timings from Monday to Saturday. We work from Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Without lunch break, we work here. These are the various sections we are having in our library. That is circulation section, reference section, periodical section, digital library, Kindle zone, private studies zone. These are the timings of the each sections at what time it is working, and according to the timings you are supposed to come inside the, and you have to make use of these sections. And this is our library books collection. As on today, we have got 15,146 volumes are there, and titles are 4,447. And this always keeps changing because this is the statistics of today's we have got, and it keeps on adding the books, so the ratio will go up. So this is at present our books collection we are having. And along with the books, we have got ebooks also. At present, we have got 3,614 ebooks are there. Book bank facility is also made available. I will explain you how to make use of these ebooks and how to get issued the book bank books also. I will tell you in my next slides. Along with the books, we have got very interesting is that we have got rare books also, and rare ebooks and rare print books. Both are available in our library. At present, we have got rare ebooks is 205 and rare book is 59. Along with the books, we have got also CDs which have come along with the books, that we have got 544. And also we have got education related videos are also there, which you can view it in our e-learning section. At present, we have got 47 videos are there in our library. And as I told you that we have got the collection 15,146 and titles are 416. These are the branches which we have covered the number of books and volumes. You can note the which branch you belongs to, the branch you can note that how many books are there in our library. And this is our print journal, where we have displayed all the journals here, and it is open access. This year we have subscribed 72 print journals, and online journals are 2,30,506. And also we have got bound volumes 139. I think the reason for going for the bound volume is that the every year the which we have subscribed the journals, it will be get bounded. And these bound volumes are very much useful for the PG students, and especially the people who are pursuing the research. They are going to use much with the bound volumes. And this is our beautiful digital library. In the digital library, we have placed 18 computer systems are made available. And those who are coming to the digital library, you are supposed to make the registration and start making use of the digital library. In the digital library, these are the facilities, services we are providing. That is, one is database, IEEE, and e-journals, EBSCO, NPTEL, ebooks, educational videos prepared by our faculties, scanned model question papers, open access resource gateway through website, institutional repository, and PPT presentation preparations. And this year we have subscribed online journals, that is IEEE, EBSCO, HOST, National Digital Library of India. This IEEE is one of the internationally accepted journals. Most of the well-reputed articles and research articles are published in this IEEE. This year we have taken the package ASPP plus POP. Under this, They have covered the subjects like electrical and electronics, electronics and communication, computer science, telecommunication. These are the specially IEEE they have covered. Under this, you are able to get 240 full text journals and conference proceedings, 100 core IEEE conferences, 5,30,000 papers. And also you please note that these are available, the back files since from 2010 to till date. All the IEEE articles are available, and it is a IP based services, and there is a provision for the remote accessing also. For remote accessing, you are supposed to do the registration from this campus. Once you do the registration from this campus, you are allowed to use it for 90 days. Again, if you want to further renewals, again you have to make the registration from this campus only. And one more, the e-resources we have subscribed, that is EBSCO host. And this is very particularly for the management. They have covered a lot of subjects on management. And under this, they have got 1,060 full text e-journals, 4,500 case studies, 10,000 company profiles, 75,000 videos, 12 market research reports are available. It has got you are allowed to use it on ID based and password. And also there is a facility for accessing of this from the remote access, also from your hometown. You can access this facility. Again, you are supposed to make the registration from this campus. And the renewals will be done after 90 days. So once it expired, again, you have to come to the campus and get it done, the registration. And we have got one more facility that we call it as a plagiarism checking tool. This year we have subscribed through the Inflibnet that is called as Original. This is the software it is available in your library. The purpose of having this plagiarism checking tool is that suppose if you are writing any project reports, research article, dissertation, PhD thesis, books, you are supposed to attach a certificate of a plagiarism checking tool. So individually, the research articles, if you are submitting to the IEEE or any well-reputed journals, they have got a criteria that it should not be having more than 50% copying and all. So therefore, you please come to our library for any work which you are carrying out about the project work, research articles, dissertation, PhD thesis. And if you are anybody writing any small books or anything, you please get it checked through the plagiarism checking tool. And this is handled by one of our library staff, is called Mrs. Ruth. She is available in the circulation section. You please come and meet her and make use of this facility. We have got this space software in our library where we have preserved all the faculty publications and old question papers, and even the syllabus copies are also available. And one more, the interesting thing is that we have got a newspaper clippings facility in our library. All the library members, they will get a newspaper clippings to your mail. And this is very much related to the education related education related topic subjects will be sent to you. And this is one more very interesting services we are having in our library, that is, we call it as OPAC search, online public access catalog we have got. The thing is that, as I told you, that we have got 15,000 plus books are available in our library. Suppose you are sitting in your class, you want to check that whether your required book is there or not in the library. You please go to this IP based, you will get the complete details of the books, how many books are available, and whether I can borrow this book or not. And if it is borrowed, can I reserve this book? So all kind of information you will get through the online public access catalog. And one more very interesting is that, suppose if you are checking one book, you will call it as a total quality management. So it will parallelly, it will tell you that how many books are there in the print. and how many ebooks are there in the library on this topic. If you are interested, you can download the ebooks also. And we have got two IPs are there. Suppose if you are accessing from this campus, you are supposed to use the first one. Suppose if you are accessing this facility from your hometown or the outside the campus, again you have to use the one more IP. And recently we have introduced Kindle ebook services in our library. We have got 5 numbers of e-Kindle book reading facility in our library. Through this, you have got a lot of facilities are there in this e-Kindle books, reading books. Through the Amazon.com, you have subscribed this Kindle ebooks. In this Kindle books, 70,000 number of ebooks are available in different 9 languages. And very interesting is that they have got light reading and read books also. Light reading means you can read novels, fictions. And suppose if you are, you may ask me that what's the difference between the Kindle ebook and what's the difference between the using in the computer system. Suppose if you are using this Kindle devices, your eyes will not get strained. So if you read for hours together, eyes will not get strained because you feel that something you are reading a book. So in that way, it has been arranged. And also suppose while you're reading, suppose if you get bored, so there is a facility of you can go to the Bluetooth also. You can listen also. Suppose you're reading a one book, you get bored, you don't want to read. You can go for listening also. Audio will be get connected through your Bluetooth. So that facility is also available. And one more thing is that in Kindle, suppose if you get any difficult word, and at that time you need not to open any dictionary or Wikipedia. If you touch on that word, simultaneously the dictionary and Wikipedia will get opened. So there and then you can clarify what is the meaning of the word. So that facility is also there in the Kindle ebook. And suppose if you want to make any highlights or anything, that also you can make. Option is there where you can highlight any sentences or any words. And it is a very user friendly operations. So it is not so difficult to operate the Kindle ebook. As per the AICTE norms, we are supposed to subscribe the National Digital Library of India. So as per that, we have taken a membership from the National Digital Library this year. To access this National Digital Library, again, you are supposed to go for the registration. The registration is that you can send a mail to us, library@dsu.edu.in. Once you send this mail to us, so that we will activate these services. In this National Digital Library of India, the facilities are made. All the education materials starting from primary to postgraduate level, all the materials, online services they are providing. The subjects they have covered is that engineering, science, humanities, law, management, and other subjects they have covered. And more than 8,64,000 documents, including audio and videos, are available. And there is as I told you, that there is a bulk registration as well as individual registration. You can note that if you want these services, you please send a mail to us, library@dsu.edu.in. At present, there are 512 staff and students. They have done the registration. Please note the mail addresses and send this, and you can make use of this facility. And one more facility we are having is that National Program for Technological Enhanced Learning. This is very much useful for those who are pursuing PhD and PG. The thing is that we have got lecturer videos delivered by the IITs and Institute of Science professors. So we have got more than 13,000 videos are available in our library. The subjects they have covered is that engineering, sciences, and humanities streams they have covered. And parallelly, we have got one more facility, that is, we call it as 330 online courses they are conducting by the NPTEL. So with your the parallel engineering, you can have additional qualification also by going for the online courses you can take, and the online courses subjects will be displayed on their website. If you go to their website, you will come to know that what all the courses they are conducting, what is the date for applying, what will be the examination timings, each and everything will be announced. For screening of these 13,000 videos, we are using local guru software. So through this, we are playing the videos in our library. This year, we have taken membership, corporate membership with Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Management, National Aeronautical Laboratories, DELNET, and CMTI. As you know that Indian Institute of Science is well-reputed institute. They have got n number of engineering books are there in this library. So we have taken a membership with this Indian Institute of Science, and those who are interested to go to this library, you can come to our library. We have got a membership card is there. Collect the card and go to this library and make use of this library. Even you can borrow the books, and what all the facilities are there in this library, you can make use of this library also. And also we have taken the membership with the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. And the thing is that they have got a very good collection of management related, so that you can come to a library, take the membership card, go to this library and make all the facilities which they have provided in this library. Again, we have taken the membership with the National Aerospace Laboratories. Those specifically for those who are aerospace subjects, branch students, more collections are there in their field. So you can go to this library, and again you can borrow the library books also, and you can sit and read. Suppose if you want to take any photocopying, that also facility you can make use of this library. And we have got one more services that we call it as the DELNET, Developing Library Networking. In this library, there are 6,984 libraries are there. So among them, our library is also there. Suppose if you are doing any research, or if you are searching any book which is not there in the market, it is out of print, or this is very much required for your research work. So that time we can access these facilities. So throughout these 6,984 libraries, the particular book which you are seeking. So if you come to our library through this DELNET, we will send a request mail to the concerned person. So within a 1 week book, the book will come to our library. So you can sit and read, and if you want to take a photocopying also, you can take, and we have to return back. So this DELNET is providing this facility. CMTI also, we have taken membership with CMTI, Central Manufacturing Technological Institute, which is there in Bangalore. So again, they have got a very good collection of mechanical related books, more number of books are there. And they have got a photocopying, free of photocopying. Suppose if anybody want to take any photocopying, need not pay money, and you can go there, go to the library and sit there. If you want to borrow the book also, from there you can borrow. Only thing is that you have to come first to the library, take the membership card, then only you are supposed to go to their library. This is our library reference section, where we have arranged all the books according to Dewey Decimal Classification. All the books are systematically arranged, and each rack, it has got the shelf guide also. So you need not worry that suppose if you go to opaque search, in the opaque search, it will tell that the particular book is there on particular rack, and in the particular shelf also it is arranged. So if you go to that particular shelf, you will get your particular books. These are the arrangements of the books. Along with your subjects, we have got general books are also available, competitive exams books, dictionaries, and also we have preserved all the old question papers in print form. So we have got print form also, And also we have got the soft copy also available. This is our circulation section. In this section, you will get the library membership. The first year students, you are supposed to make the library registration. You please come to this the circulation section where you can do the library registration, and the borrowing of books, returning, renewals, reservation, everything will be done from this section. And at the end of your year, you are supposed to take the no due certificate. No due certificate will be issued from this circulation section. And for all the UG students, we are issuing 2 books, CDs and DVDs for 15 days. And you can make 2 renewals online and offline. Both the facilities are there. So you can get renewed. And PG students also, we are issuing 2 books and CDs and DVDs for 15 days. Again, 2 more renewals will be done. And for taking the library membership, this is very important for you. If you want to take a library membership, you are supposed to bring your photocopy of the caution deposit receipt and address proof, your smart card or ID card, and 1 stamp size photo you are supposed to bring to our library. Please, once again, I repeat that those who are interested to take the library membership, you are supposed to bring your caution deposit receipt Xerox copy, address proof, smart card or ID card, stamp size photograph you are supposed to bring for the library membership. And as I told you in the beginning that we have got book bank facilities also. This book bank facility is meant only for the special category students. So for that, you are supposed to produce the required documents. 2 books will be issued along with the regular books, so that book bank 2 books and regular 2 books will be issued to you. And we have got a separate section for the dailies, and we are getting newspapers and magazines, which are the 10 numbers newspaper, both Kannada and English, and English magazines and Kannada magazines also we are getting. This is very interesting for you. We have got a private study zone. To have the private study zone is the purpose is that suppose if you are preparing for any PPT presentation, or you want to have a group discussion, so such people you can come to our library. We have got 3 private study zones are there, and first come first serve system we follow. In this private study zone, the facilities are made available, like in the middle of the table there is a PowerPoint is there, network connecting is there, and parallelly on the wall we have got a monitor is there. Suppose if you are making a PPT presentation, here you can see that already some of the students, they are sitting and they are getting prepared for the PPT presentation. So you can also come here and you can make use of these private study zone. And please note that our library is fully air conditioned. So the library will be so cool, and there will be no noise pollution. So comfortably you can sit here and you can prepare for your examination or PPT presentation or any group discussion. And one more thing, please see that in the reference section, we don't allow students to carry your personal books. You are supposed to sit in such rooms where you can read your personal books, or suppose if you are drawing a big sheets or anything, it is a huge tables are made kept here, and keep your all the drawings, and you can draw and sit and read your personal books. Additionally, we have got inside the library, we have got a print zone is there. In the print zone, there is a facility of network printing. And also there is a black and white and color printing will be done. Photocopying will be done, spiral binding, lamination, and all the related stationery items are kept here quickly. Whenever you want any stationeries, you can come to our library and make use of this print zone facility. We have adopted some best practices in our library. That is, every year we will identify that who is the best user of our library. who is coming regularly to our library. So such person will be identified and a certificate will be issued to such students. And also we have adopted best practice. We call it as a Kindle ebook reading. Newspaper clippings will be alerts will be sent to all the library members. And one more thing is that whenever we get a new books, it will be displayed on the smart TV, and parallelly a message will come to you that so many new arrivals books have come to our library. And our future plan is that we want to adopt RFID technology in this library. I think RFID is radio frequency identification. Already this system is adopted in Dayanand Sir College of Engineering, Campus 1. And we have got many more plus points are there. If we adopt this RFID technology, there will be a book drop will be there. In the book drop, you can drop the books 24/7 at any time. There will be a reader. Once you drop the book, it will sense and it will send a message to say that you have returned the book. Whatever the transaction you are making from the self checkout, it will continuously, it will keep on informing that what all the transaction you are making in this library, so that there is a one more handled reader will be there. If anything book is missing, within a no time we will trace out that book where it is misplaced. So a lot of plus points are there in the RFID system that we are thinking most probably by next year this RFID technology will be implemented in the Anand Sir College of University Library. And rules and regulations, these are the all rules and regulations are followed in the almost all libraries. Only my request is that please don't bring your mobile and don't use mobile inside the library, it is prohibited. And don't bring eatables items to our library. So that these are the main things you are not supposed to do in our library. We have got a very technical team is there in our library. I am JC David. I am taking care of all the administrative services, and Mr. Amarnath is handling the queries related to our library, and Mr. Mahesh Gauripuri is there. He is taking care of the OPAC search and e-resources. If you have any problem, you can contact Mr. Mahesh or you are related to the e-resources. And Mr. Shivappa is handling the periodicals and book acquisition. Ramya is handling the interlibrary loan. As I told you that in the Delnet, we have got a interlibrary loan facility. For that, you can contact Miss Ramya. And if you related to any library membership, also you can meet her. And recently we have appointed one more lady, Mrs. Ruthu. She is handling all the plagiarism checking, so that if you want any plagiarism checking, you can meet Mrs. Ruth. So thank you for your all patience listening about our library facilities are made available. Further, if you have any doubts or any queries, you can come and talk to our library team. And before closing my session, I would like to play one more video, which will give you more information about our library. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm going to play the video for 3 minutes. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಸೌಂಡ್. ಬಂತು. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. video. I hope that you have enjoyed our library services and videos also. If you want, you can come to our library. Please visit our library. Make best use of our library. If you have any queries, because there is a time constraint is there. So therefore, I will not answer to your any questions. If you have, please come to our library and talk to us. We will try to solve your all the questions. Thank you very much for your patience. All the best.
So please stop sharing. Sir. So can you please stop sharing, sir? Thank you. So now we'll have a small presentation regarding the ERP. So ERP is enterprise resource planning. So it's a university management system which will be using all the students of the DSU would be given the login credentials. So we have not given the login credentials to you yet. We will be providing it in a few days' time. And once you receive the login credentials, you need to fill in your profile. That's the first thing you need to do, because it's a university management system. You need to have all your details in it. So you need to go to the profile and fill all the profile details, the educational qualification details, and so on. You also need to upload the 10th marks card and the 12th marks card. And you need to ensure that the name, the student name is exactly the same as in the 10th marks card. So that has to be ensured. And the photograph is required. This photograph will be taken for all the grade cards, the hall tickets, and the degree certificates, and so on. And you need to ensure all the profile details are properly filled before starting to use this university management system. So what does this university management system provide you? It provides you the first thing would be the study material. The study material would be provided to you, like I'll just show an example of this. So you can, the notes provided by the faculties would be uploaded here, and you can download it from this ERP. So you will have all the study material that is required for all the courses uploaded by the faculties here. You will also have the assignment submissions through this. So whenever a faculty gives a particular assignment in the ERP, you can log into and submit it. Once you submit it, the submission status shows as submitted. So there are different kinds of study materials, PPTs, PDFs, and lab manuals, and so on. So there are various kinds of study materials that is shown here. So all these would be provided to you. And also you can refer to the timetable. So for example, since today there is no class, I'll just show you previous date. So you always have the reference of the timetable, the classes that you have. So all these details will be provided to you in the ERP. So you can always refer to this for which class, which faculty, and at what time and what date. So everything is available over here. What other things would be provided is you can, whenever there is an exam, you can also download the admit card through this. So suppose you want to, you are appearing for an exam, the semester end exam, then you'll be provided with the hall ticket, and you'll be able to download the admit card and attend the exam. So you'll have to bring a printout of this admit card to the examinations. The results, the semester results would be published over here. The whatever the semester results that is there, that gets over here. You can provide feedback of the faculties, those who teach here. So in a semester, every semester there will be a feedback that would be taken from the student, and you need to provide this feedback. And this is not optional, this is mandatory thing that you need to do. You need to provide the feedback of the faculties. And this elective registration is something which you use when you go to, say, 5th semester. From 5th semester onwards, you'll be having elective courses. So you need to choose which course you would like to study. So those things can be done through the elective registration. So the feedback, the timetable, the exam, the study material. So mainly you'll be using the study material on a daily basis, and the exam and other things whenever it is required. We also have track of all the attendance. So as an example, I'll just show you. So you can see the attendance is being tracked over here. The page is loading. Okay, you need to maintain a minimum of 85% in all courses, and the attendance would be taken on this ERP by the faculties, and the attendance percentages get recorded in this ERP, and you will have to maintain 5%, and whatever the attendance that is recorded in this management system is given to the exam section for the for making the eligible list of students of the for the hall tickets. So the hall tickets would be provided to you only if you meet the requirements of the minimum attendance and other things. So mainly you would use this for the study material and so on. And for the timetables and other things. So basically, what you're supposed to do is when you get the login credentials, fill in the profile completely, ensure that all the things are filled, and there's a photograph of yours, the name as per the 10th marks card, and everything is correct. So ensure that the profile is correct, and you will be provided with all the materials that is required for your study. You will also have the list of faculties who would be teaching that particular course. So all details would be provided over here. So for how much marks, the semester and exam, and other things, everything would be provided over here. So how many hours of lecture, how many hours of lab, so what is the credit of the course, and what are the different modules in that particular course, everything would be provided to you. So this is the basic outline of the ERP that will be provided to you. You'll be using all these menus over here. And this is a login of a particular student as an example I have taken. So I hope there are no questions on this. You'll be provided the login credentials in a few days and you will get to access. So if you have any issues with this ERP, please contact your first year coordinators and they will get back to me on the issues if there is any. And before we close, I have one announcement to make. I was told to make this announcement. The announcement one is the students who are having the fine art session on 25th August. Please bring a kg cardboard, a white color paper, HB, 2B, 4B, and 8B pencil, scale and eraser. The second announcement is those who are having the ISKCON Akshay Patra Foundation visit. Please report to the campus on 25th, well before 8:30 a.m. and buses will start sharp at 8:30 a.m. So this is a small. This was a small introduction about this ERP, and looking forward to meet you all. Thank you. Thank you, Imtiaz sir. We'll end this session.